Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Everybody over here doing okay? Everybody right here good? Everybody right here?
Good.
Everybody right here? Everybody good? Everybody watching? Y'all good? Of course you're good. Right. You know what I want to do this morning? I just want to borrow a little bit from Heavy D. And y'all just repeat after me. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Come on. I got nothing but love for you. You got to kind of move your body a little bit. Nothing but. You can't be still doing it. Tap your foot or something. Snap your finger for you, baby. I got nothing but love. Look at the person next to you. Nothing but love. The person in back of you. I got nothing but love. Person in front of you. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Take your fake mic in your hand. Nothing but love for you, baby. So you can practice when you're in the bathroom and next time. Put your hand on your heart. I got nothing but love. Direct it inward. I got nothing but love. And let's whisper that to ourselves. I got nothing but love for you, baby. You, your baby. I got nothing but love for you. It's a Mother's Day. And we're going inside to nourish ourselves and to remind ourselves that no matter what kind of mama we had or didn't have, it is now up to us because we now know that we are the nurturers of our own souls. I would love it if you would repeat after me. Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 Put your hand on your heart and allow that heart chakra to open wide. Let it open wide. I don't know about you, but I would love more opportunities to say yes. How about you? Yes. How about you? Let me hear you say yes. Yes. If you really mean it, say yes. Yes. Because yes is yes. That's why it starts with the I and that vowel follows. Yes. Let's give it like that. Go ahead. Yes. Yeah, give yourself a yes. Yes. Go me. I'm amazing. I say yes to myself on today. I say yes to myself on today. Well, all right now. I heard that. Okay. It seems to me that we have set up so many boundaries and limitations for ourselves. Protective shields that keep us safe from harm and from danger, from being hurt or being miserable. We've made up our minds what we will accept, what we will not accept, what we will tolerate, and what we will not tolerate. We want to make sure that we don't get caught out there like that we make the right decision every single time. That means we better play it safe. Go easy, right? Stop taking risks or trying anything new. Stick with what you know. Make sure the spotlight isn't on you. Because what if you fail? Isn't it easier not to even try? Because no one will know that you lost your courage or your dream or your desire, or that you gave up in the middle of trying. No one will know that you threw your faith away, your belief in yourself away. And aren't you tired of being asked those ridiculous questions like, hey, still acting? Still singing? Still out here doing your thing? You still married? You still single? Almost like they're setting you up to say, nah, not anymore. I gave that up a long time ago. But what if? Just what if? You answered authentically from your soul, and you answered differently. Something like this. You know, that's right, I'm out here doing the darn thing. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic about my life. My spirit knows it and my body shows it. And by the way, how about you? How about that? Wouldn't that be amazing? In the book, The Year of Yes, Shonda Rhimes, if you're not familiar with Shonda Rhimes, and I'm sure you are, Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, producer, private practice, so forth and so on. She responds when somebody calls her lucky. She says, I am not lucky. You know what I am? I am smart. I am talented. I take advantage of the opportunities that come my way, and I work really, really hard. Don't call me lucky. Call me a badass. And then she goes on to say about rules. There is no list of rules. There is one rule. The rule is that there are no rules. Happiness comes from living as you need to, as you want to, as your inner voice tells you to. Happiness comes from being who you actually are instead of who you think you are supposed to be. Being traditional is not traditional anymore. It's funny that we still think of it that way. Normalize your life, people, she says. If you don't want a baby, don't have one. She says, I don't want to get married. I won't. Want to live alone? Enjoy it. Want to love somebody? Love somebody. Don't apologize. Don't explain. The voice in your head is telling you the wrong story is if it's telling you to apologize or to explain everything. Wipe the slate clean and rewrite it. Be your own narrator. Go for a happy ending, she says. Isn't that beautiful? Have you heard the story about the frogs? And if you have heard the story about the frogs, don't tell anybody next to you. Just act like you listened for the first time, okay? Okay, here we go. So there was these frogs, right? A bunch of frogs, and they were all walking through the forest and having a good time. They had a frog picnic. They had a frog sing-along. They were just having a good time, just jumping around, all of these frogs. Two of these frogs fell into a deep, deep well. And all the rest of the frogs are screaming and shouting, oh my God, you're not gonna make it out. And those frogs are just jumping and trying to get out. You're not gonna get out. You're way in too deep. Oh my God, there's no hope for you. Just quit. It's no point to keep trying. You're not gonna make it. You're as good as dead. It's over. Well, one frog listened to all that doubt and all that fear, and that frog gave up. That frog died. The other frog kept jumping, just trying to get out, and he still couldn't make it out. And the other frog said to him, why are you still trying? This is ridiculous. You're not gonna make it out. Listen to us. Just quit. That frog kept on jumping, gathered his courage, gathered his determination. That frog leaped and he leaped and he leaped until he made it out. The other frogs were astonished. How did you make it out? We told you you were not going to make it out. This is crazy. This is ridiculous. This is insane. The frog smiled. Turns out that frog was deaf. He thought the other frogs were encouraging him, trying to get him out of the well. So whatever you tune into becomes your perception, becomes your reality. He thought they were saying, yes! And that yes propelled him to make that huge leap out of the well. So I ask you this morning, church family, what about that yes word? What about that yes word? Debbie Allen most recently said, I'm taking a lot of leaps. I can't say there's one leap that's better than the other leap. As you know, Debbie Allen went from fame to Grey's Anatomy, A Different World, and she's now directing something that's on Broadway by August Wilson, and it's titled Joe Turner's Come and Gone. Get a chance to see that one. But she says about jumping and leaping, everything is a leap for me. And I'm glad for that reason that I'm a dancer, because I know how to land. So before you leap, before you jump, make sure you give yourself permission to take off. And that takeoff is your yes. I'm going to take a moment to invite Maria up here. Let's give Maria some love, y'all. You got this in the front? Good. Okay. All right. All right, and we got a little skit here. Do we have those bells? We don't have bells. I'll make the bells myself. You could just ding, ding. Oh, that's the phone ringing. Okay, here we go. Ready, and. Hey, hello.
Hey, what took you so long to answer?
I was washing my hair.
Oh, okay. Call me back then.
I'll be conditioning my hair, and I have to do some other.
Well, okay, then let me know when you finish.
It's a leave-in conditioner.
Perfect. Well, I got these tickets to a Broadway show.
But I don't want to be out too late. It gets dark so early these days, and I have to take care of the cat and the
It's
dog.
a matinee. And it's not until tomorrow. And it's spring now, and it doesn't get dark till 8 or 9.
Oh. Okay, well, let me think about it, and I'll...
Think about what? Every time I invite you somewhere, you have an excuse. Do you ever say yes to anything?
Of course I do.
Really? Like what? When was the last time you said yes? You said you wanted to meet somebody. I find a nice person, and then you say no.
Because I didn't get a chance to do a background check.
He's my brother. He's a minister. He's nice. He has money.
But I can't trust people these days. How can I know if I can trust somebody? I don't know if I can trust anybody these days. I just don't know.
Start by saying yes to something. Maybe just say yes to life, to anything. Oh, boy, you've been out of it for a long time.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Prove it.
No, you prove it. Tomorrow your hair will be washed and conditioned and dried. I'll pick you up at 7:30 and we'll have drinks first.
I told you I don't drink anymore.
Me neither. Hey, we'll have virgin pina coladas and empanadas and, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Scene. Thank you, Maria. And Maria will be doing a show about Miles Davis, so stay tuned. She'll tell you more about it after church. Now, as you noticed, that the character of Carol, played by Maria, never lost her zeal, which is, by the way, is the theme for the month of Unity. Zeal and enthusiasm, whereas my character struggled to find her enthusiasm. Let's see if we can find some zeal and enthusiasm as we move along in our service. This is a poem from a TEDx talk about yes. Let's give some love to Karen, our prayer chaplain.
It's hard for me to say yes. It's easier for me to say next year, when the weather is fine, when I have the money or the time or the relationship I want, or the career or the house or the car or the watch. Watch life pass me by, waiting for an invitation when the world is greater than my nation or my occupation. The only thing I know is that we're all in this together. And the future of this earth depends on how we treat each other. But how we treat each other starts with how we treat ourselves. And how we treat ourselves starts with how we see ourselves. One man's ceiling is another man's floor. Let's meet up in the middle, said the ocean to the shore. Instead of just accepting where we're at, we analyze our tracks of what we could have had looking back. Your view is worth the lows and highs we go through on these roller coaster rides. Control has got us holding on when letting go could be more fun. Go someplace where you've never gone. Someplace that will scare you some. Be someone you've never been. You feel all that adrenaline? It's medicine to jumpstart the spark inside your skeleton. See, everywhere you are is where you're supposed to be.
Is where you're supposed to be. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you, Karen, and thank you, Maria. Everywhere you are is where you're supposed to be. And where you're supposed to be is right here and right now. And as that poem reiterates, we're all in this together. But we have to add our own zeal. What kind of zeal are you bringing to the table of life to spice it up a bit? To encourage yourself, to encourage someone else. Sometimes it's so hard to encourage someone else who is doing the exact same thing you thought you should be doing. But I tell you one thing, if you get busier doing the thing that is yours to do, the thing that only you can do like you do it, you'll be so busy you won't even notice what somebody else is doing. I was recently very much inspired by a sign that I saw in an elevator. The sign said, "Come, paint." Somewhere deep inside of myself, I allowed myself a nod, like a real soft, barely audible yes. I went and I painted. And I kept going and I kept painting and I kept drawing and spilling out on the page all kind of things that I didn't even know were on my mind. And then the art teachers, 2 of them, started asking me if they could hang my art on the walls in the hallway. I wanted to ask them to take it down before it was even up. I don't know exactly how it happened, but the act of saying yes the first time made room for me to say it again. And so I gave permission for them to hang my art on the wall in the hallway. I breathed my way through, knowing that I was exposed. People were going to know what I was thinking about, my point of view, because my thoughts, my ideas, my opinions, my creativity was oozing out on the campus, and I was happy with that. Until they both came to me one day and told me they were planning an exhibit. I said, "Oh, that's nice. I'll definitely come out to support. Just give me the day and give me the time." And they did. But a couple of days later, they asked me if I had ever been in an art exhibit. "No," I said. "Well, would you like to participate in the exhibit?" And proceeded to tape on the wall a long paper canvas that was about 6 feet long. I took a deep breath, gathered my courage, and filled that entire space with colors and shapes and words and fabrics, photographs, remnants. Most of what I used I already had for years, without knowing what it was for. Your whole life has prepared you for this now moment. The exhibit I said yes to was titled "The Art of Healing, a Celebration of Recovery." I ended up having at least 6 items on display. There are no rules to how and when you say yes. You don't even have to say yes. I'm just inviting you into the possibility of saying or thinking about or discovering your yes with zeal and enthusiasm. Let's do the affirmation that Myrtle Fillmore and her husband had. Okay, everybody sit up straight. Come on. Let's change our posture so we can digest this really good. Repeat after me. I fairly sizzle.
I fairly sizzle
with zeal and enthusiasm. And spring forth with a mighty faith to do that which is mine to do. That's a good one to get you going. That's a good one to get you going. When I was in grade school, if you really like somebody a whole lot, you would make a nice little note and put a big heart on the page and write, "I love you, do you love me?" Did anybody else do that? Raise your hand. Okay, good. Okay, it's not just me. And then you would put 2 boxes, and the person would respond and put a check inside the yes or inside the no. You would fold the page nicely and pass it along to that person you wanted to spend the rest of your precious little life with. You remember how it felt if the person said yes when you asked them to go out with you? It was like a big rush in your heart. And if they said no, you would just change the name and give it to somebody else that you thought was cute. It was no big deal. It was easier to pivot quickly back then. In the book of Alchemy, Sulaka Jawad says she keeps a quote above her desk by Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl. And this is that quote. Between stimulus and response, there is space. And that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. We have spent so much time and energy setting up boundaries, which is good, restrictions, we need them, practicing saying no as a complete sentence and meaning it, and sticking with it, and marinating in it, and cooking with it, and carrying it with us in our luggage and in our conversations, showing off that we said no, that we cut somebody off for good. Or we get stuck in the world of should, what you should or shouldn't do. In Anita Morajani's book, What If This Is Heaven, this is what she says about shoulds. What I've learned is that when people say that I should do this or that, they may be speaking from their own place of fear. What they are really saying, without realizing it, is that this is what they would do if they were in my situation. And so it would bring them peace of mind if I took their advice. 139 Psalms remind us that we are fearfully and wondrously made. And in the book of Ephesians, the 2nd chapter and the 10th verse, reminds us that we are God's workmanship and that we were created and prepared before all of this, which means that you are on purpose, that you are not like anybody else, that you are yourself. And you should dwell in the authenticity of that. A Course in Miracles says, when you have learned to decide with God, all decisions become as easy and as right as breathing. There is no effort. You will be led as gently as if you were being carried down a quiet path in summer. Isn't that beautiful? In Houston recently, there were 3 boys, and you may have heard about them. They all three were in need of having a heart transplant. Preston, who was in the hospital for 331 days, Nasir was in the hospital for 351 days, and Ahmed. And those 3 boys developed a relationship. They started eating together, laughing together, walking down the hall together, doing everything together. And so not only did they say yes to receiving a new heart for themselves, but they also said yes for their friends getting a new heart. So they all 3 got brand new hearts, from somebody else, within 10 days of each other. And the doctor said that all 3 boys were like, how's my friend doing? How's my buddy doing? Is he coming along okay? And they all 3 went home last week, which I thought was amazing. This is your yes. This is not my yes. This is not your grade school yes, and this is not your family's yes. This is your yes. Ken, I'm gonna, can you hit that song for me? And can we turn it up a little bit? Okay. All right, everybody. We're going to say yes together. Okay? I want you to stand up. And if you don't know quite what to do when you hear a beat like this, just take one of your feet and just go like that. And you can just kind of go to the right and to the left. You can stand in front. You can put your hands up right here if you want to. Right? You can put your hand on your chakra, heart chakra if you want to. You can turn to the side if you want to. You can put your hand on your other chakra, your sacred chakra of creativity. Good. And I want you to just say, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Say it like you mean it. You gotta say it like you cool, like Heavy D. Come on. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Louder. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You gotta make your line in the sand. Yes, I can. 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 Good. Thank you, Ken. That was beautiful. Now, you have with you, I believe, a small index card. Okay? Small little index card and a pencil. Okay? If you don't, just raise your hand and somebody will bring you one. I have one lady here, doesn't have one. Everybody has one? Okay, keep your feet moving. Your chakra's open. Come on, we gotta keep this. You can't go back to dead energy after we brought it alive, okay? Can't go back to being a dead person if you're already up and walking and moving and coming to church on a Sunday morning. Is this a yes church? Yeah. Okay then, let's act like it. Now I want you to take that pencil in your hand and I want you to bless that pencil in your hand. And I want you to bring that pencil down on the paper, and you can stand and do this, you can sit and do this, you can lean against the wall and do this, but I want you to draw a picture of yourself. It could be your face, it could be a stick figure of yourself, it could be your feet, it could be your hands, it could be your eye, it could be your eyelash, something that's you on that paper. Don't think about it, just do it. No time to think. And then I want you to start saying the word yes. And I want you to write that word down as you say it. Write down that yes. Yes. Yes, kid. Yes. Yeah. And then I want you to turn that paper on the back. Turn it over. That's right. Turn it over. You got it. And I want you to number it. Put as many numbers on that paper as you can. You don't have paper? Okay. Right. Okay, you're gonna put number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many you can get on there? It's fine with me. So in the front, you got a picture of yourself and the word yes. You can put it in bubble letters. You can underline it if you want to. You can make more than one yes. So now, when you get home, you're going to transfer this onto your refrigerator, someplace where you can remember it, and then you're going to start adding a yes, a big check by every day that you say yes to yourself, okay? And I want you to go to the 99-cent store or something, and I want you to get some of those stars that you get in grade school, and I want you to put one on your forehead, and I want you to get some stickers that you really like, and I want you to put it on your forehead, and I want you to take care of yourself, and I want you to begin to say yes to yourself, because the only way that your life can expand is if you say yes to it. Let me hear you say yes. 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 Feel it in your belly. Yes. 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 And pretty soon you'll be dancing like this every single day, and you won't even care whether you're on the rhythm or not, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Take a deep breath in. Now you're going to go home and you're going to make this into a chart. And this chart is going to look like a calendar. And every time you do something that you know is a yes moment for you, like standing up for yourself and not letting somebody else put you down, or saying yes to a new opportunity and not putting limitations on yourself by saying, well, you know, I'm way beyond the age of that. Don't say that no more. Today is the youngest you'll ever be. Congratulations. Today is the youngest you'll ever be. Look how good you look. Look at the fact that you walked in here on your own. Nobody carried you in here. You came on your own. So now is the time for us to go into meditation about our yes. Sometimes your yeses can be gentle. Take that in. Sometimes your yeses can be wild. Sometimes your yeses can be drastic. Sometimes your yes can be silent. Don't tell everybody what you're saying yes to. This is your yes. This is your season. Walk in it. we dwell in the silence of this day of celebrating the feminine nurturer side of ourselves. We dwell in our willingness to affirm that we are worthy. And as we deepen our awareness of God within us, we say yes. Yes, yes. And Spirit is whispering back to you this morning, I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, precious. I got nothing but love for you, beautiful. I got nothing but love for you, handsome. I know what you're going through, but I still love you. And I want you to love yourself as I love you. You are a masterpiece. You are here on purpose, for a purpose. And let's end this beautiful meditation by proclaiming yes. 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 Ashe. Amen. And so